See, the markets have gone to a new high. From there, a certain amount of correction probably you could expect in terms of profit booking at higher levels, etc. So let's look into some of those facts. In our topics that we released on Friday, we have come back and said that very clearly from our earlier target for the market between somewhere around 7,200 to 8,200, we have revised our next 3 months target to around 7,500 to 8,500. That's what we think the market will trade at. There are some positives which has continued to happen over the last 1 month, especially in terms of low crude oil prices. That's one. Global commodities continuing to remain at a lower price. The only commodity which has probably moved up is aluminium. Apart from that, global commodities over the last 3-4 months has been on the lower side. So all these should add to reduced inflationary pressure from the commodity side happening in the country. And again, with crude oil coming down, the expected increase of crude oil related petroleum products increase, which will add to the inflation, also is relatively on the lower side. That's what the expectation going forward is there. But the negative side is now Chinese growth is expected to come down from what 7.4% estimated down to probably 7.2 or 7%. Now one really doesn't know about the Chinese growth in terms of how much it is going to be. But expectation that the commodity prices being remaining subdued could have a result in even the global growth. So I think if you look at the market overall, what has happened is the low crude oil prices resulting into a lot of companies which crude oil derivatives as raw materials continuing to do well because their margins are expected to increase, their spreads are expected to increase, and GSFC is one such company, and even an entire chemical pack is companies like that. And you also mentioned about some of the others within that space where crude oil derivatives are basic raw material. So we have seen this, all these kind of companies which uses crude oil derivatives as raw materials, seeing the stock price continue to go up.
So the big theme you're sort of focusing on is falling commodity prices, right, Sri?
See, that's what is the theme right now, what is happening around right now. So can we believe on those things? That's one side of the story. Let's look at the other side of the story. And if I look over the last 12 months, in the import basket of India, imports have been steadily increasing. Now we have seen the crude prices come down in August, and how the August trade numbers are going to look like is a different issue. Your exports are not increasing, your imports are increasing. The net result is your trade deficit is increasing, and if the current account deficit and the trade deficit increase, then you do have a pressure on the currency. So now what has happened in the marketplace over the last few months? Now IT hasn't done that great because expectation that falling crude prices, reducing current account deficit, probably currency may strengthen. But you're not seeing it in the trade data so far. So one needs to be so careful about what you're going to do going forward. Is the current rally in automobiles, current rally in banks should exist there if the GDP growth rate on the domestic economy continues to do well. But we should not forget the fact that what is going to happen to the rupee versus US dollar and what impact it is going to have on the IT side. And again, our analyst was sent a note today which clearly said that the technical indices of technology index has actually started to move up in terms of IT spending. So if the IT demand is continuing to be robust, then you should continue to see the demand environment for IT companies better, and the good performance coming from them over the next 12 months.
Let me just ask you, what are your, given what you're focusing on, you said it's right now, right? Can you talk about companies specifically where you think there are opportunities? Stocks where you think there are opportunities?
We believe that the market has got, the economy is continuing to do well, and probably it should start from Q3, end of Q3, beginning of Q4. We should start to see the effect of it is beginning to happen in the economy. to a great extent, it will be there in FY16, and towards the end of FY15 also this should take effect. So banks are obviously one, financials, i.e., obvious one place, automobiles are another place, and I think you will start to see the growth happening even from IT side. That's not on the domestic side, from the global side, etc. So these sectors will continue to do well. Within the banks, what one would like? We would like definitely HDFC Bank, which still continues to be bellwether, SBI, and we like Axis. We like Federal Bank among the mid-cap, small banks, etc. So you have a lot of those companies in our topics. Similarly, in the healthcare space, also we like Cipla. Cipla has been, and Aurobindo are two of the stocks which we continue to like. And similarly, in FMCG, we like Britannia. And we like in the agrochemical space, UPL and PI. So there are stocks across the spectrum that we continue to like because mostly stock specific. Some are more than stock specific. It's a more top down, especially the financials.
Thanks very much, Sri. Appreciate you joining in. Good talking to you, and thanks for coming on this morning. Thank you. Let's take a break. Back in 2. We're going to talk about the specifics as far as the pharmaceutical sector goes. Actually, there are a few things there. There's focus on a couple of Indian companies who now will be